monogamy is just we're being intentional with one other person in a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, so no, that come on now. I hate this. I hate when y'all do that because that means like, yo, you have very intentional and very intimate relationships with your girlfriends, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Do you have any male friends that you would consider a good friend that you would tell secrets to that know a whole lot about you?
Yo.
Yes. Yes.
Well, then those would be intimate. Those people know intimate details about you, and those are you share some type of emotional affinity to those guys.
Hold on.
What?
I'm trying.
What are you talking about?
I get what he's saying.
Give me a second. Hold on, y'all.
That's a reach.
You're all over the place, AJ.
That's a reach.
No, I'm very specific. I'm on one thing. On one thing.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
He above your head, Jazz. He not all over the place.
Hold on.
Shut
Hold on, y'all. Let me, because I'm lost personally.
Same.
And I'm trying to understand what is it that what specifically are you asking her?
So again, she has not. For me, I asked, hey, outside of sex, what are we basing the relationship on? First, it was about whether or not can you have a healthy relationship with more than one sexual partner. That was the first question. She answered it. The next question is okay, well, outside of sex, what are you basing the relationship on? What is the foundation of your relationships? What is the most important thing that you're basing your relationship on?
I also answered that.
She listened to somebody. Y'all both men ain't
I did a whole list.
No. When she answered it, that when Anton shut it off.
No,
she answered the question.
She said compatibility. She said other things.
So what was actionable about any of that? So would a guy that's in the comments right now that thinks that you're beautiful, would he know anything about you to be able to better get into a successful relationship with you?
I'm missing it.
No, it's not a miss. Is there any?
Because AJ, you asked me specifically. I said compatibility. Do we complement each other? Do we listen to one another? We're reciprocal. We decided that we both want to be in an exclusive monogamous relationship with one another outside of sex. Those other components are
Jazz, because I want you. I heard what it is that you said, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is none of that is specific. Let me go ahead and demonstrate how that would be specific.
Tell me what specific is. Okay.
It would be, hey, I need my man to be more financially savvy than me because I'm not good with money. I need a man to go ahead and be able to hold together a good budget because I splurge spending. So those are where you go ahead and have compatibilities, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is there's nothing specific that you said that would then give a man or anyone else like what is the thing that you're both agreeing on that you're propelling forward that keeps you together. Is it just sex?
Okay, but AJ, you were very specific about what you just said. You said something about I need my man to make this.
I'm just an example.
Right, but I get it. But I also said the areas where I slack, he picks up, which is exactly the same thing as saying I need my man to make this kind of money because I'm not really good in that area. So
that's the first time that you're doing something very specific. It was very vague. Everything that you said was super vague.
No, I said
No,
it wasn't.
Hold on.
I literally said that.
Hold on.
It wasn't
why did she have to be specific? I'm trying to understand.
No, because it was just a question I asked. She didn't have to. She could have just said,
what's
hey,
the purpose
what I'm
asking is what's the purpose of the question?
The purpose of the question is again, I feel overall we base relationships too much
on sex.
on just sex. And then we don't realize like, yo, we're not really. And when you ask a person, hey, what are your actual wants? What are your actual needs? What are your actual desires? And what are you actually providing? Anton, you yourself don't put me on the hot seat a couple of times and said, hey, what does a woman get when they get with you? And you didn't let me slide with none of what she was talking about because it was very vague and very general.
But
you put me on the hot seat.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. One person at a time. What we were talking about is a specific subject related to you using anecdotal experience in order to illustrate your point. What we were talking about in this instance, is Marlon Wayans pushing a gay agenda. So what I'm trying to understand is.
Oh no, I had went past that. I don't have no comment on whether or not he got a gay son.
That's what I was trying to understand is how.
This ain't got nothing to do with that. This is a larger concept or a larger conversation.
I get what he's saying though,
relationships.
Okay. All right. I just was trying to figure it out. I didn't see the correlation.
No, I get exactly what he's saying because if on this song by Future called Getaway, he said, "Go on, fucking nigga, get it over with." So in there, he drop a bar. He said, "If fucking on a late like mean that much to you, then my love do not mean that much to you." Okay, so let me bring that back home for you. He's saying is, if all you worried about is what I'm doing with my dick and who I'm fucking, you don't love me.
Y'all crazy.
I didn't say all that, 2K, but I just think that a lot of times people don't lay out what they need and want in relationships. And the only thing that people are overly concerned with, like what you said, is the sexual aspect of relationships.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Molly said something. Go ahead, Molly.
I want to let Molly get in here real quick. Go ahead.
Oh no, all I was gonna say is other cultures do not have these kind of conversations like sharing men and sharing women and all of that. Like this is exclusively a Western society problem. Other cultures can figure it out. They don't have to deal with but they're not dealing with infidelity and all of that. They have values first off put into place that our society we don't even follow. Just basic values anymore. Women don't even respect themselves anymore to where we have to ask these kind of questions. We shouldn't be having all of these, like we shouldn't be test driving relationships, not really knowing just like the ambiguity in all of it. The fact that why is it just about sex? Why do we put so much emphasis on sex all the time? Anyway.
I agree with you. That was what my whole point about bringing the conversation.
Okay, but
hold on. We're gonna quarterback it. We're gonna quarterback it because can't nobody hear nobody talking at the same time. Go ahead, Carrie. What was you about to say, baby?
2K was the one who even brought up the idea of a man sleeping with multiple women. So AJ, the topic of sex was brought up by him. So Jazz responded to his question to her, which was about sex. And then when you asked her your question, she took it off of sex and gave all these other reasons. And quite honestly, y'all brought it back to sex. She didn't rely on sex. That was a y'all thing. And then 2K, hold on, and then I'll be done. 2K, a couple of weeks ago, you told Q, you were like, Q, I'm a recovering, cheater. Why you keep bringing this up? I don't. Yes, you did.
I'm healed, not recovering.
2K, you were like, Q, you said, I might not be able to quote you verbatim, but you were like, Q, I don't do that no more. I done repented. I done apologized. I'm over it. So stop bringing it up. And now you're like, why you not with why can't multiple women be with a man?
See, Carrie, that's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna lie on me. Recovering and recovered are two different things. Okay, if you're recovering, you're still in the hospital. If you recover, you get to go home.
So what are you?
Me? I'm reformed. I'm a new man.
He done changed the whole word.
What more? Okay, my ambiguity. What was that word, Molly? That's what I am.
Ambiguity. It's the same as AJ saying vague.
And Molly, I'm not gonna let you dominate this conversation with pretty privilege. Yes, I'm not gonna let you do that because it's a reason why other coaches don't talk about it with their wives because their wives can't talk. They don't have the 19th Amendment. They can't voice their opinions in the house. So unless you're ready to get told to shut up, we're going to have this conversation.
But men aren't even disrespecting another man's wife in other cultures. Like that. Okay.
No. So no. All right. So.
Why do we have to be so accepting to share each other?
No. It's not even about that. I'm not because again, I have no preference a dog in a fight whether a person shares or not shares, whatever they doing in their bed or whatever. I just feel like because then in other cultures, the main thing is the religion. I'm not gonna date a woman that's not the same religion as me. And then based on that, that's where we get all of our values and principles from. And I don't have to say as the man, if I was in these other cultures, what the woman is supposed to do, because she's following what's already in the religion, because that's where the values and the principles come from.
But almost every religion, even different, not to even make it about religion, but they all have a certain understanding. And then it's like us, we're just so too liberal is sharing people, too liberal, like Marlon Wayans' son, daughter, I'm not sure what it is. But I think we just need to start putting boundaries on things like that and not even make the topic of men busting down a whole bunch of chicks even a thing. Like, why is it even a thing?
Because
you do realize that it was the opposite first, right?
Like, when do we start prioritizing healthy relationships over? Because men sleeping around a lot, it just produces women who want to cope by sleeping around with a lot of men. It's just, that's it.
Molly,
that's how I see it.
Molly, okay. I can't say ambiguity, but I know what the definition of insanity is. Okay, the definition of insanity is to keep doing something over and over and over and expecting a different result. Okay, now keep that in mind in your big word bank up there. All right. So if all y'all women on here keep expecting niggas not to cheat and not to cheat and not to cheat, and it keep happening and it keep happening and keep happening, are you guys not insane? Is that not a form of insanity? Because by textbook, Webster Dictionary, it is.
I would have changed my man by all that cheating. I wouldn't even have stuck it out.